to travel. Turn up the volume. One tells you, you poor fool. Wait till you see those goddamn bats.
Sympathy for the Devil was the only tape we had, so we played it over and over as a kind of demented counterpoint to the radio.
Hey, there's a hitchhiker. Let's give this boy a lift.
Are you crazy with all the drugs we got in this car? That kid might be a narc.
Before I could mount any argument, he was stopped, and this poor Okie kid was running up to the car with a big grin on his face.
Hot damn! I never rode in a convertible before.
Is that right? Well, I guess you're about ready, huh?
We're your friends. We're not like the others.
Oh, Christ, he's gone around the bend. No more of that talk, or I'll put the leeches on you.
How long could we maintain? How long before one of us starts waving and jabbering at this boy? What will he think then? This same lonely desert was the last known home of the Manson family. Will he make that same grim connection when my attorneys start screaming about bats and huge manta rays coming down on the car? If so...
Well, we'll just have to cut his head off and bury him somewhere. He'll report us at once to some kind of outback Nazi law enforcement agency, and they'll run us down like dogs.
Jesus, did I say that? Or just thinking it? Was I talking?
Did they hear me? Can you hear me?
Uh-huh.
That's good, because I want you to know that we're on our way to Las Vegas to find the American dream. I want you to have all the background, because this is a very ominous assignment with overtones of extreme personal danger. Hell, I forgot about the beer. You want one?
Ah!
How about some ether?
What?
Never mind. I want you to understand that this man at the wheel here is my attorney. He's not just some dingbat I found on the strip. Shit, look at him. He doesn't look like you or me, right? That's because he's a foreigner. I think he's probably Samoan. Doesn't matter, does it? Are you prejudiced?
Hell no!
I didn't think so. Because in spite of his race, this man is extremely valuable to me. This is important, goddammit. This is a true story.
Hey, keep your hands off my fucking neck!
Our vibrations were getting nasty, but why? I was puzzled, frustrated. Was there no communication in this car? Had we deteriorated to the level of dumb beasts? Because my story was true. I was certain of that. And it was extremely important, I felt, for the meaning of our journey to be made absolutely clear.
Jesus, just 1 hour ago, we were sitting over there in that stinking baño at the Polo Springs in Beverly Hills, stone broke and paralyzed for the weekend, when a call comes through from some total stranger in New York, telling me to go to Las Vegas and expenses be damned. Then he sent me over to some office where another total stranger gives me $300 raw cash for no reason at all. I tell you, my man, this is the American dream in action. We'd be fools not to ride this strange torpedo all the way out to the end.
Indeed! We must do it!
Getting hold of the drugs had been no problem. But the car and the tape recorder were not easy things to round up at 6:30 on a Friday afternoon in Hollywood. We went to a Polynesian bar where my attorney made 17 calls before locating a convertible with enough horsepower and proper coloring.
Now we need a sound store with the finest equipment, nothing dinky.
The store was closed by the time we got there.
There were people inside, but they refused to come to the double glass door until we gave it a few belts and made ourselves clear.
Finally, 2 salesmen brandishing tire irons opened the door just wide enough to shove the equipment out before slamming it and locking it again.
Now take these goddamn things and get the fuck out of here! And don't come back!
Oh, we'll be back! One of these days I'll toss a fucking bomb into this place! I have your name on the sales slip! I'll find out where you live and I'll burn your house down! That'll give him something to think about. That guy is a paranoid psychotic anyway. They're easy to spot.
We had trouble again at the car rental agency. After signing all the papers, I got in the car and almost lost control of it while backing across the lot to the gas pumps.
Say there, you fellas, you're going to be careful with this car, aren't you?
Of course.
Well, good God, you just backed over that 2-foot concrete abutment and you didn't even slow down. 45 in reverse, and you barely missed the pump.
No harm done. I always test the transmission that way. The rear end, for stress factors.
Say, you fellas been drinking?
Not me.
Just fill the goddamn tank. We're in a hell of a hurry. We're on our way to Las Vegas for a desert race.
What?
Never mind. We're responsible people. He's a lawyer. I'm a journalist.
There's another worry. He's probably all cranked up on speed.
Yeah, you should give him some Reds. For Christ's sake, don't smoke that pipe at stoplights. Keep in mind that we're exposed.
You know, we need a big hookup. Keep it down here in the seat, out of sight. If anybody sees us, they'll think we're using oxygen.
Our trip was a classic affirmation of everything right and true and decent in the national character. It was a gross physical tribute to the fantastic possibilities of life in this country, but only for those with true grit. And we were chock
Milton. Hi. Could you turn that down just a little bit?
Well, I was told that I could listen to the radio at a reasonable volume from 9 to 11.
Yeah, no, I know you're allowed to. I was just thinking maybe like a, personal favor.
Well, I told Bill that if Sandra's going to listen to her headphones while she's falling, then I should be able to listen to the radio while I'm collating. So I don't see why I should have to turn down the radio because
all right, okay.
I enjoy listening at a reasonable volume.
Thanks.
From 9 to 11.
Milton.
I was working in the lab late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie sight. For my monster from his slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise,
he did the mash.
He did the monster mash.
The monster mash.
It was a graveyard smash.
He did the mash.
It caught on in a flash.
He did the mash.
He did the monster mash. From my love Natari in the castle east to the master bedroom where the vampires feast. The ghouls all came from their humble abodes to catch a jolt from my electrode.
They did the mash.
They did the monster
The
mash.
monster mash.
It was a graveyard smash.
They did the mash.
It caught on in a flash.
They did the mash.
He did the monster mash. The zombies were having fun.
And a shoot.
The party had just begun.
And a shoot.
The guests included
And a
Wolfman,
shoot.
Dracula, and his son. The scene was rocking, oh, we're digging the sounds. Igor on chains, backed by his baying hounds. The coffin bangers were about to arrive with their vocal group, the Crypt Kicker
They
Five.
played the mash.
They played the monster
The
mash,
monster mash.
and it was a graveyard
They
smash.
played the mash.
It's caught on in a
They
flash.
played the mash.
They played the monster mash. Out from his coffin, Drax's voice did ring. Seems he was troubled by just one thing. Opened the lid and shook his fist and said, "Whatever happened to my Transylvania twist?
It's now the mash.
It's now the monster mash.
The monster mash.
It's now a graveyard
It's
smash.
now the mash.
It's caught on in a flash.
It's now the mash.
It's now the monster mash. Now everything's cool, Drax a part of the band. And my monster mash is the hit of the land. For you, the living, this mash was meant to. When you get to my door, tell them Boris sent.
Then you can mash.
Then you can monster
The
mash
monster mash.
and do my graveyard
Then
smash.
you can mash.
You'll catch on with a
Then
flash.
you can mash.
Then you can monster mash. Mash fool! Easy, Igor, you impetuous young boy. Mash good!
Monster mash. Monster mash.
Mash good!
We had 2 bags of grass, 75 pellets of mescaline, 5 sheets of high-powered water acid, a salt shaker half full of cocaine, a whole galaxy of multicolored uppers, downers, screamers, laughers, also a quarter tequila, quarter rum, case of beer, pint of raw ether, and 2 dozen amyls. Not that we needed all that for the trip, but once you get locked into a serious drug collection, the tendency is to push it as far as you can. We had 2 bags of grass, 75 pellets of mescaline, 5 sheets of high-powered blotter acid, a salt shaker half full of cocaine, a whole galaxy of multicolored uppers, downers, screamers, laughers, also a quarter tequila, quarter rum, case of beer, pint of raw ether, 2 dozen amyls. The tendency is to push it as far as you can. We had 2 bags of grass. We had 2 bags of grass. We had 2 bags of grass. Not that we needed all that for the trip, but once you get locked into a serious drug collection, the tendency is to push it as far as you can. The tendency is to push it as far as you can. Not that we needed all that for the trip, but once you get locked into a serious drug collection.
They're creepy and they're kooky, mysterious and spooky. They're all together ooky. The Addams Family. Their house is a museum. When people come to see them, they really are a scream. The Addams Family.
Neat. Sweet. Petite.
So get a witch's shawl on, a broomstick you can crawl on. We're gonna pay a call on the Addams Family.